Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Scott.
We're keeping you on the loop of the guitar community. Your I'm Scott sounded very direct.
I'm Scott.
This is a fact. I am Scott.
I am Knuff.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen that yet?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is.
The Barbie movie.
Oh yeah. No, I have not seen it yet.
When it's on streaming, if you're not willing to see it in the theaters, I recommend it. I laughed so hard.
It's not that I don't want to see it. I just don't have I don't want to get off my butt and go see it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like you didn't see Oppenheimer either, did you?
No, I want to. I really do. I even have a subscription to go. I've been working like crazy and I haven't had the time.
Oh, you have like one of those AMC stubs or one of those things?
Yeah, I've got the Regal thing, which is, I'm still pissed off and I still complain about the fact that I have to pay 57 cents if I want to reserve my seat online.
Versus like in theater?
Yeah, instead of going to the theater and like picking my seat there, if I want to pick my seat beforehand, I have to pay.
I wonder, is it something like they're trying to prevent people from like scooping up all the good seats? Yeah,
they're trying to prevent people from taking up the seats and not showing up.
Yeah.
Which I get that, but still, honestly, I might cancel my subscription because the theater near me just really does not do a fantastic job. It's just the fact of the location is in the mall and it's like 10 minutes from my apartment.
So I'm walking distant. Like I can literally walk to a Regal.
Nice.
How much is it a month?
Like $20.
It's only $20?
Yeah, and you can see like pretty much unlimited movies, I guess.
Is it like one a day?
I think it might be one a day or something like that.
Or like 3 a week or whatever.
Well, I know AMC was like that.
Yeah.
AMC was like, it's unlimited, but you can do 3. I'm like, I don't think you understand what unlimited means. You can see any movie at any time up to 3 times a week. That's not unlimited. But this one keeps saying unlimited, so it might be unlimited. I haven't pushed the boundaries with it yet. Because Sarah Beth is in that young age where I don't feel like fighting with her in the theaters.
Because it's like $15 to see a movie these days.
Yeah. You might as well just do the subscription.
If you go to one movie, well, you got to go to 2 a month to make it.
You go to 2 a month, and plus you get like 10% off your concessions.
Oh well, popcorn's $12, so yeah.
I mean, do you have is yours the one near you that like has sit down and like the dining stuff and everything, like the Cinebar or whatever it's called?
It has a bar and it has food, but I don't think it has like we'll deliver to your seat the way like the AMC's do. Oh
no, well the Regal I go to actually has it where it delivers to your seat. It has the recliners and like a table and everything.
These have the recliners, but they don't really have a table. They just have the swing arm like desk thing.
Well, yeah, they have the swing arm desk and everything, but yeah, we have the servers bring you everything. Like if you want refills, you have to go get them, but which is annoying because you have to go to the bar and wait for the bartender, and they don't want to give you a refill because they're not making any tips off of you, so they get everyone else before they get to you, and you miss 10 minutes of your movie. Yeah,
there's a website. Wow, we're doing great on getting through this episode quickly. There's a website that we found because I was trying to convince Rachel to go see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's 3 hours and I'm going to have to pee. And I was like, I found a website of when to pee during a movie.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
So it's like also when to get a refill or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Like not a whole lot going on right here. Now's your time.
Yeah.
So, all right. This episode is brought to you by Electromotive Soundco. Since we're going to get back into actually what we're supposed to be doing, go to electromotivesoundco.com. Check out the Clone V3. If you want your tone to sound amazing, buy it. Do it. All the cool kids are doing it. Yeah. And then our Patreon, patreon.com/theeffectsloop, you too can be a supporter. All right, Scott, what's new?
I got another 2 notes.
Yeah, you put that in the group chat. If you're a supporter and you give $5 or more, you join the group chat. And I thought you already had one. I'm like,
so I have an 8 ohm two notes. This is a 16 ohm 2 notes. Because I have 16 ohm amps as well.
Can the 16 ohm do 8 ohms if you wanted it to? Oh, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to buy the different ones.
Well, frankly, so I have a Z Matcher, which is the thing from Weber that lets you plug anything into anything.
Yeah.
But the price for a Z matcher is the same price as just getting another 2 notes. And if I have two notes, I can run both amps at the same time.
That's 4 notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how the math works. Anyhow,
via addition or multiplication. Mind blown.
I'm gonna have to take a minute on that. Anywho,
yep. Anything new with you?
We already talked about me getting LT. That arrived the day we did the podcast last time, didn't it?
Yeah, but you now actually had time. Like, it arrived like 10 minutes before we recorded last week. So how's it going?
No, I love it. It's great. It was really funny because I had a guy I used to play with reach out to me, and he's like, hey, like if you're looking for someone to play, we could really use some help. And I was like, man, now I've got the LT. I don't even have an excuse. Like, I don't even have the fact where I'm just like, I don't feel like putting a board together. Like, I've had so many excuses. Now I just don't have one.
And now that you lost all this weight, you can't even do the I'm fat, I'm going to sit on my I can't stand up excuse. Like, you got all these things going, and you know, like,
I know.
You got to do it. Go do it, man.
I'm supposed to be getting dinner with him sometime this week. I'm like, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to explain. I'm nervous because I haven't played like with people in a very long time. Yeah.
The rust shakes off faster than you think.
I know. And I haven't been to church in I don't know how many years. It's been a while. 5 years or so?
Oh, it's the same songs.
Oh, well, that was what it was. It was more the other part, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go have food. I'm gonna go eat dinner, so that at least I have a reason to get me there. Is I'm gonna go get some food, and then we'll see what happens. So,
I mean, do they do rehearsals, or do they just show up and play?
I honestly, either way, I really wouldn't care. So,
well,
but if they do rehearsals, I could always just ease in.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could go shadow a rehearsal.
Yeah, I'll just go sit and watch, and then halfway through, I'll be like, just let me play.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make this sound better. Let me play, please.
Well, and I'll just say this bluntly. At least for me, when I took a break from playing guitar with people and stuff like that, there was a part of me that just felt like I was just like not expressing anymore.
I wouldn't say mine feels like I'm not expressing. I do miss playing with other musicians and being able to express myself that way and feeling that camaraderie and that cohesiveness as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but there's that part too of the nervousness of like, what if I don't gel with these people?
Then you don't gel with those people.
I know, but like, it's like there's that part of me that wants to. Then there's that part of me that doesn't want to because I'm like, okay, well, there's an excuse. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll go have dinner and we'll take it from there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just I've spent some more time with the LT. I love my favorite thing. Scott saw me do it with his quad cortexes. I love going through the presets that are put in by the companies and figuring out what song they're supposed to be and playing that song. They've got the Plush Garden one, which is like STP in a box, and oh my gosh! Oh, I picked up Stone Temple Pilots Core on vinyl.
Oh yeah, you did that.
That
well,
was.
I was going to say you are built for that because that kind of activity because you just know so many riffs.
I do, and like and the one thing I do like is I like learning I learn riffs, but I don't learn the whole songs. And now I'm at that point where I'm like, I need to learn the rest of the whole song. That's like a Interstate Love Song by STP.
Yeah, you only know the intro, don't you?
I mean, I know the whole song now, but like it was like the chords are so weird because Dan DeLeo's just the way he plays chords are insane. So they do there's this weird B where starting on however you count it, the second string, your A string, it going down to your high E, it's 2 3 1 2, which is a very interesting chord. But yeah, that's one of the B's he uses in there. And then he does a B flat, which is 1 2 1 2, starting on the A string. But anywho, that was random Diaz. Let's talk about some gear news. Talk about some other random things.
Okay.
All right. Way Huge has the Stone Burner Subatomic Fuzz. We haven't talked about this, right?
We have not.
I didn't think so.
It just came out.
Yeah, they've been putting out some stuff, and it's like, I love this. Oh, you know what? It wasn't Way Huge. It's been putting out a lot of stuff. It was someone else I was thinking.
I mean, so this is now in the smaller size, way huge format, which again is nice to see. It's not a mini pedal,
Right.
but it's a little short.
Yeah.
But they also, with top mounted jacks and it being a little short, it's perfect because now it takes up the same amount of space. It's a 5-knob fuzz or 4-knob fuzz with a switch for different subs. So you can do low end. That's the octave switch.
Right.
So you can control the level of the sub octave. There's a dry level, a tone knob, and a fuzz level. There's the reviewer saying it reminds them of the MRXR Blue Box tonally.
Okay.
And I wonder, is it a similar like fuzz circuit or not?
Yeah.
Where it's not a poly first, the way the Blue Box is. Coming in at $170. It's very affordable too. Do you consider Way Huge boutique still, even though they're technically MXR?
I would say no. I would say it was one of the brands that started off as boutique and has moved.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely very cool. I love the different sub octaves you can pick from.
Yeah.
So
if you're into desert rock, particularly, I think this is the kind of vibe you're going for.
when I hear desert rock, all I think about is frickin' Queens.
Yeah, I mean that's Caius is probably
Okay.
the archetype of that. And the stuff that kind of has spilled out of that movement.
Yeah, I need to stop yawning. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Speaking of fuzz, staying on the fuzz journey, Jim Dunlop combines fuzz and a low frequency wah sweep on a Japanese shred legend Akira Takasaki's signature Crybaby. It's auto return switching.
Yeah, so it's spring loaded, right?
Yeah, I like spring loaded.
I mean, it's a classic question, particularly with the Crybaby, of how do you turn it off well, right? And so there's the full toe down switch version. There's the pressure plate versions. There's it just full heel, and it spring loads itself back.
Right. Honestly, I love the I do love. I think Morley knocked it out of the park, having its own switch, and then with it being spring loaded, the heel you don't hear it. It's bypassed pretty much. But as soon as you start using it, I think that's cool. But I don't know. Anywho, I got it's a Crybaby wah, fuzz wah. It's $229. I don't know. I feel like fuzz and wah should just be separate though. I like them both, and I like them together sometimes, but not all the time.
There's something about buffers in that. But usually wahs and fuzzes are the ones that don't have buffers in them. So I don't totally know. Something with impedances and reactants and how they react together, and so by pairing the right fuzz with the right wah, you get this magic effect. At $230, I haven't really been paying attention to Crybabies, but I imagine a number of them are getting up into that price point these days.
I think once you get into the signature, I know the Tom Morello signature was pretty low, but that's just because it was a basic Crybaby. The 95 with just a different colored covering. But I know the Jerry Cantrell one's the one that I do want.
I mean, just as a quick survey here of the Dunlop site, the cheapest I'm seeing is about $150 these days for a Crybaby. The Crybaby standard hits $100. Right. And then a lot in the 200s. Once you get into signatures, you're into the 200s, and they get up to $300.
I figure if I'm paying $300 for a wah, I'm gonna get a real McCoy or something. I get a boutique wah, that's just me.
I mean, that's your choice. It's the Justin Chancellor is the $300 one, and that actually has a separate switch on it, so the enclosure is really big.
Yeah.
And lots of different it has knobs and switching and all this stuff for that one. Anyway, moving on.
Just moving on up. Speaking of moving on, no, I'm just kidding. Billy Joe Armstrong's explosive Green Day tone and a compact pedal. So the Dookie drives back, limited time only.
It's a different artwork.
Yeah, I mean it's cool if you like are collecting Dookie drives. This is cool. But...
So wasn't it MXR that stopped doing the Dookie drive and then they came out with the FOD?
Yes.
And weren't they basically the same pedal?
Yep.
So is the FOD now out of production? Like they just figured out a licensing agreement between the two of them, or?
Well, it's limited time, so I think they're just cash grabbing it.
You could get the same sounds, same pedal, essentially, in MXR's FOD drive.
Yes. So
if by technically speaking, if you are not someone who did it all for the Doogie. Not bad, Jonathan Horsley. Not bad.
Anywho.
So $200.
How much is the FOD drive?
I think it's a little cheaper.
I would hope so.
Give me a second. I'm scrolling.
It's not easily found.
The FOD is 170.
170, yeah. Haha, jinx.
It's not easily found. It's in the next line. Yeah.
It is not in stock. It's back ordered.
Yeah, they've all been popular. I mean, it's a Marshall in a box with a drive kind of sound, so people like it.
Yeah.
But moving on, because we've talked enough about that pedal.
Yeah.
This week in Harley Benton,
we see
the CST24 adding new colors and left-handed options. Man, this guitar looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a few different model variants of here, and you're going to quickly get PRS vibes. Yeah, you're supposed to. But if you're someone who wants a cheap PRS but hates birds and just wants dots, this might be your option, because PRS doesn't really do dots.
No, they did for a while.
They did moons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so they weren't truly dots, and they still do. I mean, the Dave Grissom had a model with dots and a model with birds.
I look at people with PRSs with dots the same way I look at people with Gibsons with dots.
Yeah, like a 335 with dots is still like a special thing, right?
I guess. That's why I'll never have one.
So,
no dots, please. No dots. Give me the blocks, the trapezoids. Give me something cool.
Okay. Well, these have dots. They also have neck binding, body binding, and flame tops. I'm assuming those are not real flame tops.
The headstock looks more like the Dean Hardtail than it does anything else.
I mean, it's reminiscent of both. It doesn't have the same cutaway the way.
The black and purple reminds me of the what was those old PRS SEs? The ones that had the bat inlays. Forgot it was a signature.
It reminds me of Orianthi's color.
No, hold on. I see bat inlays.
Are they driving you batty?
His last name was Allen, maybe? Paul Allender. That's what it reminds me of. It was the...
Well, that's cool. Wilkinson hardware throughout comes in left-hand models. We're sitting around the $300 mark, so pretty affordable.
Very. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Keep moving. That's all the best I could do. All right. The Cure bassist Simon Gallup gets 3 new Schecter models. These are interesting. I don't hate them.
I mean, they're all red with this coat of arms kind of dragon thing.
Yeah.
I don't mind the color. I just don't love the...
Oh, so if you look at the Thunderbird one, you see the rose up there on the top horn? That's kind of like the rose I have on my telly. On the back, it says, age and treachery will overcome youth and skill. Or what is that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Ultra Spitfire bass has a rose on the top horn.
And that's if it's the passive model, right? Or is that the...
Well, that's the Ultra Spitfire bass. The other one is the Gallup Ultra. and the one before is the Gallup Corsair. Simon Gallup Corsair,
Gotcha.
Simon Gallup Ultra, and Simon Gallup Ultra Red.
Okay.
The Ultra Spitfire Ultra Red.
Okay, so we have a hollow body design and we have a Thunderbird-esque design.
Yep.
EMG, two EMG active pickups with a 2-band active EQ. They both come in the same color, red.
Wouldn't those be more Firebird than the Thunderbird?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not the Gibson aficionado here, so.
I'm not either. I've just been to their factory. So you were there too. You should have paid more attention.
So depending on the there's a premium and an affordable version, and there's upgrades like tuners and things like that. Artwork gets better.
It's not a tuna.
I'm trying to get through this, dude.
Sorry, it just came to my head. Now it's just like I've got to get this out. All right, go ahead. So 1,000 to 1,300.
Yep.
Which isn't horrible for Schecter.
I mean, boys don't cry over the prices that are on these Schecters.
If I really want this, I'll just have to write a letter to Elise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Fender limited edition Mike Kerr Jaguar is orange and gold. So the Royal Blood frontman gets a limited edition signature bass. If you don't remember Royal Blood, they had that one song. That was they're just bass and drums. I mean,
it's bass and drums with a ton of pog work going on, and it's very fat tone that he gets. So this is a short scale. It's a 30-inch scale.
I love the look of it.
Jaguar body. It's like a mini humbucker in the bridge, and then in the middle position, there's like a wide range humbucker.
Yeah.
So traditionally, Mike Kerr has been known as the bass player who's not a bass player.
Right.
And I think it's kind of fun seeing what he does. We'll use the word innovative here, right? Of non-normal differentiating things. And so this continues that trend. And also it's an artist, frankly, who I think deserves a signature model because he's so unique in what he does. Very
much. This is really cool. I mean, they've been around for a few years now, but it's definitely it's the newer wave of bass players are starting to get signatures. It's not just the same old bass players that we've known for years.
Well, at this point, he's been going for like 10 years, hasn't he?
It's been a good while. It's one of those things where sometimes you forget how long 10 years ago was.
Yeah.
How close it was. Whenever, I mean, that was that was 10 years ago. I'm thinking whenever I'm 15, I'm like, no, that was 10 years ago. That was yesterday. So, this is going to be $1,600. So they've already got them listed for sale.
So it's a little on the expensive side as far as Mexican signature art models go for Fenders.
Yeah. I'd say it seems like they didn't hold anything back making this though. It's a lot of amazing features and
I think other than just where it's made, and then naturally with that comes, I assume it's a poly finish, so someone's going to be upset about that. Yeah. But I dig it.
Yeah, it's got a deluxe gig bag that has leopard print on the inside and has the tiger emblem on it.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, I mean it's right about the Fender pricing standards is what they've said. So
yeah, I mean if you're talking signature basses, right, from that factory, the Troy Sanders is obviously a little cheaper than that. But I've also seen $2,000 signature models coming from the Fender Mexico at this point.
Yeah,
the Troy Van Leeuwen is pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you want to talk about pretty expensive, SBC takes sci-fi and ergonomics to all extremes on the headless Thrace 2, an eco-friendly multi-scale baritone electric that is a one-off in every sense. So this is expensive as shit. I saw it and it just looks absolutely nuts.
It's got the metal bridge thing where it's got the thumb tuners.
Yes.
It looks like a rejected Star Trek spaceship.
Yes. I love the coloring on it though.
Oh, how is like the pink stain that kind of
pink?
washed off of it?
Yeah, the blue, the pink and like blue, and then like the pickup is pink, which looks like, honestly, this looks like it would be something that I don't know. It seems like something that Jason would have like a picture of.
I mean, it's clearly like it's got the leg carve to have it at an angle and do the classical positioning of it. The control knob is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting exercise. Obviously, you know, I mean, I don't know how, you know, I think it literally is a one-off. So we're talking about one person's guitar, right?
Right.
And you know, they'll probably make a few more, but this is clearly a small builder doing some fun, odd stuff. Premium parts throughout. It's listed right now for £4,899. Saying that they'll donate $500 of the sale to Solar Aid, a charity tackling climate change and poverty.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-scale baritone. The jack placement has me a little like, huh.
I didn't see the jack placement.
It's right behind. It's right where the bridge pin would be in a normal guitar, behind the strap pin. If this was a normal shaped Fender, that's where the strap pin would be. That's where the jack is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It is. I mean, especially in, you know, metal guitars are kind of known for having the behind the guitar jacks.
Oh, that like the bossy stuff.
Yeah. And not just them. I mean, a number, like I think Charvel has adopted that. A number of brands are doing that now.
Yeah. All right. How much did we say? How much it was?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Cool.
Good luck. All right. Guild's new standard series brings you no frills boutique quality acoustic made in the USA. I've never played a Guild acoustic that I've enjoyed.
I have.
Well, that's just how I feel.
Guild's a company that's been through some different ownerships, and so it's kind of it's all over the map in terms of where they positioned it. Because like there was a time when they were the premium guitars for Fender for acoustics, and really like it's a shame they stopped doing that, because I think that would have been a great, you know, positioning for them because Fender still doesn't really have a premium acoustic brand, and you know they struggle with their normal brand.
You got the Teleacoustics, Strat Acoustics.
I didn't forget about those. Anyway,
I said what I said.
I said what I said. So these are, you know, your classic, true mahogany and rosewood backed acoustic guitars.
Okay.
Price wise, the D40 is coming in around $2,400 and $2,500 for the burst finish. The D50, $2,800 and $2,900. There's a premium upcharge for the burst finish, and the F40 is $2,400 as well. So, just to put them in perspective, they're undercutting Martin for comparable guitars. Let's just put it that way. In terms of hardwoods and features and adornments and things like that. So, might be worth a good look, because they might have found the right price point to kind of really compete here.
We'll see. I don't know. I feel like there's too many Guilds sitting in pawn shops that play horribly,
and that haven't been humidified and are just falling apart. Like,
yep.
And the woods are so thick that they don't sound that great.
Yep. I don't know. Like I said, I've never played. If I go to Guitar Center, they got a new Guild there, I'll try it and see, but and give it a good old college try. But I don't know. All right, let's move on to things I don't know about. Jackson has reprised a Colt electric guitar associated with Jeff Beck for a super limited custom shop run.
Surprising. Jeff Beck dies and people try to sell guitars off his name.
No one's ever done that.
No, Eddie Van Halen. And
Dimebag Darrell.
So,
yeah. So pretty much, you've got the Jackson soloist looking like Strats, trying to be like a weird Strat thing.
the pick art on these are just weird.
$5,500. Fuck you, Jackson.
Floydy boy.
No, thank you. All right. Speaking of no, thank you. Fender's doing the Hellcat checkerboard with Tim Armstrong.
Who? Okay, so
Tim Armstrong is from.
I know.
Oh, okay. You said who?
No. I was started a sentence. My question is simply, who keeps buying these things?
Little punk kids.
Is that what it is?
It literally, like, there's a guy that I worked with, and he was fucking all about Tim Armstrong. I mean, like, he did the whole I play acoustic and I only play power chord acoustic thing, and all that, and he had the Tim Armstrong stuff going on. And they're cheap. They're $450. I mean, $460, $500 after tax.
So I also have this weird thing at this point. I don't think I've ever really listened to Rancid, and I've had so much of their members and their gear shoved down my throat over the years. I have no interest at this point.
The only thing I like with Tim Armstrong is the song Cat Like Thief off of Boxcar Racer, and he sings on that.
Okay. I guess it's nice that, his guitars come in left-handed version since he is left-handed.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious if it didn't, though.
Yeah.
I'd die laughing. It'd be great.
It's like the Kurt Cobain signatures when they bring them back, and sometimes they don't come in left-handed.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? All right. And so that's the thing.
It's a punk guitar with the checkerboard aesthetic. Have a nice day.
Ska. I wish I can't say anything because I was in a ska band at one point, but ska.
Okay.
That's like we've got to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Interesting stat: the scale length is 25.3 inches.
Because ska.
I wonder, is it more just like a metric conversion?
I don't know.
I'm not going to do the math on it.
Yeah, let's not do that. All right, anyways, Paul Gilbert and Positive Grid unveil special limited run Spark Mini packed with these shred icons fire-breathing rock tone. Paul Gilbert needs more money and is putting his name on stuff.
And he's doing his Paul Gilbert face to the camera.
Ah! Someone's shooting air at me and I don't know how to breathe with high winds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So the Dragon is not just a nod to Gilbert's recent tribute to Ronnie James Dio. It's an indicator of the sort of electric guitar tones you can dial in on this small but mighty digital amp. And with 5 downloadable presets designed by Gilbert, you can nail his tone. Okay.
Hot take, his tone's not that great.
All right, this is a direct quote. Spark Mini gives me fire-breathing rock tone as a starting point.
Mm-hmm. It's a practice amp.
How much is it? $300. Go fuck yourself. No. Oh, he's signing him. Hold on.
But yeah, you can also get like a Katana Air at that price point, can't you?
Yeah. Anyways, honestly, I've never played the amp, so I can't say anything. If you want to spend the money on it, you go for it. That's on you.
You're only gonna use it at home.
Yeah, $300.
I mean, actually, $300 for a good home solution is cheaper than my home solution.
That's $1,800 Kemper.
Well, Kemper plus studio monitors, plus audio interface, plus a computer, and I get it.
I just buy busted ass stuff and send it to the company, and they send me other stuff back.
And then you bust it again.
I didn't bust it again yet.
Yeah,
I put that in there. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
I know me.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of self-aware, I have no idea about this stuff, but Scott does, or he knows something about it. Sun Amplification is bringing back the Buzz Osborne approved PL20 beta rack mounted preamp. So
it's a Sun amp preamp, not a power amp.
Okay.
And so this comes from the era of the rack mounted stuff. In the 80s, everything was in a rack, and so they put the preamps in a rack, and they'd run a separate power amp and all that fun jazz. So more models in the run out of Sun. I mean, actually, it's pretty impressive how fast they're
knocking. I mean, they've been doing this. They've been playing on this for a minute, I'm sure.
Yeah. But
had
just
to have been.
I still think Sun amps are a little niche, but at the same time, cool. It's cool seeing their stuff roll out here because it's not something you've seen a lot of clones of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to find a price tag on it, and I'm not.
I don't know.
PL20 beta.
Okay.
Oh, that's a used one. Never mind. The used ones are very affordable. Yeah, I don't see like a Sweetwater listing or anything for the new one yet. So we'll see what they actually come out at.
Yeah. Okay, we can skip these last two things. I just had them because we didn't have a whole lot of stuff. But we do have a topic.
Okay.
All right. So right now, apparently, you can buy an Amazon bundle with the Boss Ultra Course UC200. The bundles come with either white vinegar or a cat calming device. What the heck? What's going on? Who's buying this stuff together that it's starting to suggest it? Do you think someone's buying the chorus because like the cat pissed all over their other chorus?
No, what's probably happening is computers.
Yeah, AI. This is what happens when we give into AI.
Well,
this is also Amazon UK, so we have to remember they're a little different than us too.
No, so I mean, what can happen is a lot of the stuff is automated by just like a spreadsheet, and like if one and they just have UPC codes or whatever, and if someone just like typoed one of the UPC codes of pairing vinegar with something else or the chorus pedal with another pedal, and the UPC codes or whatever, serial numbers or whatever, are too close to each other.
Okay.
That is most likely what happened. Like they set something up, and then then it got bumped.
I just like the idea that I just was trying to come up with fun ideas. What would you need all this for together?
I think more guitar pedals should be paired with a set of earplugs.
Yeah?
Yeah, his and her.
There you go. I meant more like amps come with earplugs, guitars come with, I don't know, what's something else. Like the fret mutes. You know what I mean? Like the bands that go around. Or a practice amp or like something like that. I don't know. I feel like every amp that a new student buys, like the Katana, should just come with headphones.
Yeah, actually, that's funny. When I bought my first guitar, what did my parents buy? So I had the budget for the guitar and the amp and all that, and so we went to go buy it at Guitar Center, and suddenly my parents showed up with a pair of headphones.
Yeah, that happened with me. The first instrument I had was a Fender Squier P bass. It was Baltic Blue, and I had that, and my grandfather had a giant old PV bass amp, like one of the like TNT 100s or something like that, like the bigger stuff. And so then they ended up buying me the Dan Electro Bacon and Eggs because it was a lot quieter. And I used that to practice with. They're like, no. And then I found out I could run the Dan Electro Bacon and Eggs into the TNT 100, and I just realized I could be louder and everything and have distortion with bass, which wasn't needed at the time. But yeah, I was in a band that had two bass players and no guitar player because I didn't know how to play guitar at the time, and then I had to learn how to play guitar.
Nice.
So, all right. Well, that's our show for the week, guys. Thanks for joining us. Check out theeffectsloop.com. It's got links to everything. We've also got links and information in the show notes below or above, however you're laying, or sitting or driving or just positioning yourself currently.
If you're in North America, it's above, or it's below. And if you're in Australia, it's above.
Yeah. Get with it, Australia. You're not even real. And then also check out Electromotive Sound Co. and patreon.com/theeffectsloop. So guys, have a good week. I'm gonna go probably take a nap. So it's the middle of the day. We did a weird one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop my lunch break and go back to work.
All right. Well, it's been fun having and spending time with you on your lunch break.
Aw.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one. So let's come together, show 'em some love. There are many things that this world needs, but the most important one is unity. United we stand, divided we fall. Through the ages this has been the same old song. Yeah. Don't violate, don't celebrate. We're strong, follow the cause. We are strong. We have to just keep pushing along. We are one. So let's come together, show some love. This song is not about race or politics, but the hate that resides in the hearts of men. Desperate times call it desperate measures. So why don't we be desperate to love each other?
Let's erase hate from the dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love, energize lives together. We undefeated. A plan to make weathers, no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in a community that remains happy. Never after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So
Don't violate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't violate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't violate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. Don't violate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes. We can overcome it. Don't violate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes.
make the love flow, 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 make the love, make the love flow, 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 Make the love flow.
Phenomena.
Do 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 do.
Phenomena.
Boop do 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 do. Do 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 do.
So, all right, man. I'll see you.
All right, see you, bye.
All right, bye.